My country people in them, I don't salute una. My dear brothers and sisters, good evening. You know, for quite some days now, I've not made videos because after a discussion with a policeman here around me in Makwata, I already told you that I live in Yaoundé, Amonte Chateauville. So, for those who know a bit, Yaoundé is in an Anglophone zone. So, there are mixed Anglophones and mostly the BT people. Okay, so here I'm living in a compound of BT and most of my friends are Anglophones from other compounds. So, I've argued with a policeman who is a BT man, and the guy was not really happy with my way of arguing, and then he told me you will finally denounce me, that I am among the people who want to divide the country. Sorry. So I tried to reason. You know, after I closed today, I decided to go online again and have some updates about what is really going on, because you know there are two versions of things going on. There's one option for the people there and what is obtained through WhatsApp, and there's another option now, official option. When you go online like this one, you can see from some websites they talk about the crisis. So I tried to figure out, because the man tried to support the government of Cameroon, saying that the government, just like the Minister of Communication, that the government has been pushed into war. That is a statement that really touched me. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. And that is why I'm making this video at this time. Because I cannot understand when somebody is saying that the government has been pushed into war. Pushed by who? That's a question I asked the guy. Who pushed the government into the war? He told me, you the secessionists. I said, how? How can you go to war against somebody who is not armed like yourself? He said military people, the gendarmes and police people have been killed, are being killed. I asked him, but are they using guns to shoot on the police people? Because you are using guns to shoot the population, chasing people from their own villages, chasing them away. You say this is one united country, but you are chasing people to go out of the country. And again, you are the one complaining that they are pushing you into war when you are the only one using guns against people. What is happening? So I don't know. When I tried to figure it out, I said, but in the history, I know that the government can go to war against a group of terrorists. So when the government will go to war against that group, the government will be trying to protect the population. But in the case of Cameroon, the government is instead making sure that villages are being emptied. What? I don't know. Is the United Nations aware of all this? Other countries, are they aware of what is really going on here? You know, in one of my videos, I told you that in this struggle, we should not count, or let's say, because you have said that I'm not Anglophone, right? So let me say you should not count on external people, because those ones, unless they have financial interest, unless they have economical interest, they never involve in that struggle, no matter how many people are being killed. Because I cannot understand that in a country like this one, the government of the republic will make sure that people are leaving the country. When you chase people away from their own home, where are you sending them to? More than 4,000 Southern Cameroonians have left Cameroon to go to Nigeria. So where is the unity? Where is the unity? How can we now survive in this kind of country? You know, I've been criticizing the way, you know, the struggle has been going on. Okay, because it started like people being killed, all this. Now not only people are being killed, but they are being chased away, sent out of the country completely. It's really worse. And I don't know if I will say the strategy is not good, the strategy is good, because honestly I don't see why the government has to behave as such. Okay, there is a problem, people are complaining, you don't want to look into their problems. Okay, they decide to go their way. You want instead to chase them. Oh, it's really painful, guys. When I'm making this video, I'm thinking of those villagers in the Manu division, more specifically. I'm really like, oh God, intervene in this case, because I don't know. I'm trying to imagine my own family living there. I'm trying to imagine a young guy like me living there. Either you are killed or you run away. What is happening to such a beautiful country? What is our own sin there, that these Cameroonians have to suffer like this? So I'm calling on all of you that are really suffering right now about this issue. Please be strong, have faith in God. Be strong, please, and be very careful, because I told you, I warned you that when they are not reacting, they are thinking of a strategy. If you remember, in one of my videos I said it, that when they are not reacting, it's not that they don't want to do anything, they are thinking of a strategy to bring out. Imagine what they are doing now. This is no more like a strike. This is no more like a legal struggle. This is genocide, absolutely, that they want to create. And after they complain that 4 gendarmes are dead, 1 policeman. What is that? What have the policeman got to do in that village? People are living in their villages. Army people are going there. It's to do what? It's to do what? The population is not aggressed. Instead, the government is chasing away the population. What is that? You know, this issue like this, I really need to make a video in French. Yes, to ask questions to those really concerned. Because me, I cannot understand. This is my first time of seeing it, that in a country, there's a problem. The government is the one chasing people away. Killing, chasing. Forcing people to leave their home, to abandon completely whatever they have built their entire life. Can you imagine? And that's what the policeman told me. That, you know what? You are just lucky that you help us in this quarter. But if you continue being in the sight of the enemy, imagine. So, a policeman now is calling the Southern Cameroonians enemies. If one policeman in the quarter can call Anglophones enemies, imagine at the level of the state. So they have this committee, that committee, bilingual committee. When they have any political occasion, they make sure and go and take some foolish Anglophones them and put there that no, the country is united. And at the same time, they are chasing people from their homes, sending them out of the country. I feel so bad, guys. I feel so bad, because I really felt it. Okay, let me tell you, I'm 28 today. The 28 years of my life I've lived in Cameroon. I've been observing how things have been going before me, because I heard a lot of stories from different people of different background. I heard a lot of stories how the country went before, even the Bakassi War. I heard a lot, and trust me, I know a lot about that, because I've been working with somebody that was there then, very old today. So I understood the way this system operates. And I'm going to tell you again that the main problem is the system. So when all this are happening, I'm thinking that instead of you keeping on with the gold standard, nobody can go to the market, use a different strategy. Because the enemy is not the people, the enemy is the system. The enemy is the system. Because the system call you enemy. So they are the enemy, not your population. Not your neighbor in the quarter is not your enemy. No. So instead of saying people should not go to the market, tell people to go to the market, but nobody should pay any tax. Any tax. Yes, that one like that, you will be having a good struggle. That will be a good tax. How do you call that? Ghost tax. Yes, they call that ghost tax. So nobody pays any tax. Even electricity. Just create a movement. Nobody pays electricity. Even water. Yes, those are the things, those are the actions you take to break the government. Because if you avoid going to the market, they are not suffering like you. You know, the taxes are not the main income of the government of Cameroon, especially when it comes to town like Bamenda, Buea, and all those villages. But make sure that people go to the market. Those who are going to sell, they sell. Those who are going to buy, they buy. But nobody pays any tax. Like that, they will really feel. Those councils, like that, they will start to feel something. Because it's really terrible. You know, I always said it. I said it before, that the people is the victim. The population is the only part of the game to suffer the most. And even the only part to suffer, really. Who is being killed? Who is being chased away? The population. For what? You go in somebody's village, you are aggressing the person, and after you say that the person has pushed you into war. What is that? So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys that are watching me, please share this video so that people should be more careful, because they will not stop. They are starting in villages to come to town. Trust me, they have already a plan well built. You remember when Pobia said the state has put in place every means to stop the enemy, to stop the terrorists. You remember that? After his statement, I made a video that please be very careful. And I told you that those who can leave. So again, I want to tell you, please be very, very careful, because they are not about to stop. They are not about to stop. Just see the number of military people they've recruited since 2015. I don't know how they do that, but they prepared their way. And all those people, they are now sending but to the northwest and southwest region. To do what? Only them can tell you. So, my brothers and my sisters, I want you to know that when I seek to make videos like this, it's because I feel so bad in myself. Okay? To me, a human life has no price. To me, you cannot buy somebody's life with anything. You cannot. So when I see people being terrorized, traumatized, because they happen to be citizens, proud of themselves, because they happen to have some dignity, I feel so bad. I put myself at their place, and I feel really bad, because I don't know if it is me. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Trust me. Trust me, all the videos I've made about the Southern Cameroon struggle was because I was really feeling bad. And I told you that what is coming will not be good. And you can imagine. You can imagine. You say that yes, they are losing people. How many? And who are the people being lost? Still the population. And in the army, the Anglophones too. They are sending those Anglophones first there. Can you imagine? First. That is how wicked our system is. So if there's a way to join and fight the system, and I'm telling you, the easiest way to win your enemy is to use your enemy's weapon. If really you can think over it and bring out a strategy, that would be good. Because the population is really suffering. And I want the Amazonian leaders to look at this situation. You cannot be fighting for people and they are in this condition. You are okay. To me, no. There's a problem. There's a problem at both levels. There's a problem. Because I cannot be fighting for my people and I see them suffering like this. I don't do anything. I don't take any harsh, action. Either to stop it or to change the, the strategy, at least. So do something if really you claim that you are for your people, if you care about these people. Because the villagers that are losing their homes, you guys, you are not the ones. Maybe you are feeling bad too, like me. But I'm not the people. I'm telling you, I cannot imagine myself at that position. Imagine, I started my business in 2014, December 2014. But today like this, if somebody come and just destroy everything, I feel so bad. Because I've been working extremely hard since then. For the past 3 years, I've been working so hard, to strengthen my business and keep up. But imagine now people who have worked for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, they have to leave their homes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That is so bad. That is so bad. And I feel really bad for them. I don't know. I don't know what I can really do to help out this situation. I'll do it. But for now, I can speak online. I can say something. And I'm saying it. Please, Bamenda, Boya, Manu, Manfe, Kumba. In fact, Southern Cameroon, please be very careful and really think what to do. Because trust me, it's not going to stop. I know how this system is. It's not going to stop. They are just wicked. Wicked completely. Completely wicked. Completely wicked. So, why praying God to protect you, to cover you under the blood of Jesus Christ, our only Savior? Please, be careful and stay safe. Nothing is worth life. The life of a human being is a divine gift from God. Take care.